A lot. Obviously, you're counting them.
I've never seen one fire before. You want to sit it?
Yeah, this was one of our first projects. We built it from scratch, basically. We got a pretty bare chassis and built around it to adapt this electric powertrain off a Zero motorcycle.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's fully electric. I think the motor's around the 25 horsepower peak, 14 continuous, and then the battery pack is a 3 kilowatt pack, or kilowatt hour rather. Lithium ion polymer battery. It's off of an electric motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
So they did all the legwork to put the pack together. We just put it on a go-kart basically.
Planes. Did a great job organizing it.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great for dreams. And I'm sure they'll still do this. So Rich has the whole schedule. But I would want to be
This is called Bright Blue Nassau. The 70 colors were Astro Blue, which was a lighter, almost a powder blue, and then they had a Fathom Blue, which was a deep, almost a navy.
Be the same on the Camaro, or it was different?
The Camaros were Le Mans, I think.
Yep.
Arena.
'89 Vauxhall Victor Super, and I bought it fully restored from Clark Taylor.
Ah.
He restored it,
Okay, yeah.
and I've had it about 4 years. He found it in a garage up in Alton and fixed it all up. They were made in Britain from 1957 to about 1963 to import, with the steering wheel on the right, to import. It was between Pontiac and Opel and the Vauxhall Company, and they made them to import to the U.S.
Through
with-
Pontiac.
Yes,
Okay.
through a stylish sort of American-looking car, so that the straight seats and
That's very cool.
big windows.
And you'll notice some of the styling on it is very similar to American styling of that same time period, and that was because Pontiac had one of their designers work with the English on designing this. So it's not a coincidence that it has somewhat of a 50s Chevy look to it.
Exactly, yeah. And the grill, the
Yeah.
light, yeah, everything looks very like a small, shrunken down Chevy.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. What kind of engine's in this?
It's a 1508 four-cylinder, 3-speed shift on the column.
Okay, very cool.
And a trunk big enough to fit 3 pieces of Samsonite luggage in it.
Still a big trunk. Yeah.
As you can see
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
from the advertisement here.
There we go.
This was the advertising photo that came with it.
Yep.
3 suitcases and this place for a small shoe bag or
Wow,
makeup bag.
So a compact car for a
Yeah.
big
And I
trunk.
ride around with it.
Uh-huh.
I've been in, this was a 4th of July parade. My dog loves riding with me, Golden Retriever.
There you go. Very
And
cool.
he's really used to riding in it. He loves it.
Looks like you're enjoying it too.
Yes. Yes.
Very
I
cool.
have a good time in it.
I know they made
I see you won an award. Where did you win the award at?
That was my first blue ribbon ever, and that was at the 4th of July parade in East Andover, New Hampshire, 4 years ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a
And I've
beautiful car.
won first in show
Uh-huh.
at the 2010 Show of Dreams, which is the British Car Club. And
How many of these are there left?
probably
There's actually quite a few. There's probably more in Canada than there are in the United States. But very few that are in this condition and restored. They're not like Ferraris or Jaguars where you have a $100,000 plus car when you finish. So there's not
Right.
a lot of people out there restoring them.
Right.
So this is of the ones that I've seen online or seen in person. This is certainly one of the nicest ones.
It is beautiful. Now, do you have to get a lot of parts from England or?
The interesting thing about the British cars of the 50s is that there were a handful of different suppliers for a variety of different manufacturers like Austin Healey, Triumph, and so a lot of the components are shared.
Okay.
So you, in this case, like the brake wheel cylinders on this car might be shared with another more common car that you would hear, like an Austin Healey or a Triumph.
Right.
So the parts availability is not that difficult.
So yeah, you can get those type of parts pretty easily. What about the ones that are just American specific? Was that something you had to hunt for, or?
Well, now again, most of these. This is a car made in England, so all the parts, the styling was, had an American influence, but it's a completely British car.
Okay,
so all
yeah.
the parts are British.
Okay. Very cool. It's the first time I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it probably will be the last.
It'd probably be the last time I ever
There's
seen one.
very,
Yeah.
very few of them out there, and it's kind of fun to see these old British sedans that were brought into the United States, but have just kind of fallen by the wayside over the
Just
years.
disrepair and just
Yeah.
going back to the earth. Yeah.